Today, we're learning about invasive species.
Hi, my name is Clint Hahn, and I am the teacher at Grand Bay Education Center. And what I've got here is a feral pig or swine. She belongs to the family Suidae, so I call her a suid, and her name is Dolly. Now, she's been caught right here at Grand Bay, and she's what we would consider an invasive species of mammal.
What are invasive species? Invasive species are organisms that, when introduced, can negatively alter an environment.
And look at that little nose. She uses that thing. She can smell really, really good, and she can find food on the ground, and that's what she likes to do all day long. She walks around eating. And the problem with that is that Dolly and all of her family members in that drove of pigs will actually go through an area and eat up all the food resources from native wildlife, such as squirrels, rabbits, deer. And then if they come across a ground nesting animal like a turkey or a bobwhite quail, she may actually eat the eggs in that nest. So she may be cute right now, and she really is. She likes to grunt. But the problem is when she gets bigger, she'll have a lot of babies, and then she's very, very destructive. And that means even for farmers, for people, there's a large impact financially when wild feral hogs get into a farmland. They can essentially cause so much damage that it costs that farmer a whole lot of his money or her money. What I've stopped here to show you is exactly what an invasive species like feral or wild hogs can do to an area in a relatively small amount of time. If I look back behind me, I can see an area that looks like it's been plowed recently by a tractor, but in fact it was a very small group of hogs did this much damage to one of our food plots here at Grand Bay in only a matter of days. Besides the amount of damage that an invasive species can do to an environment, I also got to think about what about the diseases that these hogs or any other invasive species may introduce to an environment. And when I say that, wild swine are known to carry many different types of parasites and cause many different types of diseases. And when I say disease and parasites, some of those things can be what we call non-zoonotic, which means they don't pass from the pig to any other organism. Or if they are zoonotic, they may actually pass that parasite or disease on to a human, which is very, very bad. Some of them can be very detrimental to your health. And also, what about if they're passing disease to our native wildlife and infecting them as well?
Let's go over what we learned. What type of hog is Dolly? Dolly is a feral hog. What makes an organism invasive? An organism is deemed invasive if they can negatively alter a new environment. How does Dolly find food? By sniffing the ground. Are invasive species only a threat to environments? No, invasive species are also a threat to humans. For example, Dolly and other feral pigs could destroy farmland. Can feral hogs carry diseases? Yes, feral hogs naturally carry parasites.